Good evening to you all, and a very warm welcome to here, the Broch, Burghead. It's January the 10th, 2026, and we're having the Clavie. Maybe not, maybe camera falling. Thank you. Okay, managed to capture that, so you got some live footage there of the camera falling over. Anyway, the Clavie is normally burned on the 11th of January to welcome in the new year. This year it's the Saturday closest, which happens to be tonight, the 10th. We got a very enthusiastic crowd here. So a very hip hip hooray from the Clavie crew as they set the Clavie barrel up on its plinth. Once again, we're here to settle the old new year leaving us, and we're into the new year. Normally on January the 11th this is celebrated, but this year it's at January the 10th, which is the nearest Saturday to the 11th. We've got a very enthusiastic crowd here. As you can see, I'm high up on the wall here at near Burghead Harbour, if you know the town at all. And all these people that are in front of you, there's as many just behind me as well. So once the actual Clavie is firmly ensconced in the cairn, we'll have some more fun. So welcome back to Dury Hill. That's the name of the wee hill that the Clavie is perched upon. So let me just tell you a wee bit about the Clavie. So the 11th of January, once again, as I say, this is the date of the burning of the Clavie, which is a fire festival unique to Burghead, which greets the new year. The significance of the 11th of January dates back to the 1750s, when the Julian calendar was reformed in Britain. The new Gregorian calendar was introduced, and people rioted, demanding back their 11 days. But not here in Burghead. Oh no, the Brochers have decided to have the best of both worlds by celebrating New Year twice, on the 1st of January and on the 11th. Therefore, every 11th of January, the flaming Clavie, which is a barrel full of staves, is carried round the town, followed by a large crowd. The destination of the Clavie is what's in front of you right now, Dury Hill, on the ramparts of the ancient fort, where it's firmly wedged, and after refuelling is allowed to burn out and fall down the hill. When it's still smouldering, embers are eagerly gathered. Possession of a piece of the Clavie is said to bring good luck for the coming year, and pieces are sent around the world to exiled Brochers. The burning of the Clavie itself dates much further back than that, than the 1750s, of course, like many other fire festivals. its origins are lost in the mist of time. Don't panic about the hill being on fire. The Clavie crew are trained to put it out, and so is the person that lives in this house here. It's the same every year.
Yeah, you'll be safe as houses here. Not as safe as the house by the side of it. Warming up now?
So let me read you a couple of poems about the Clavie. This first one is by This first one's by a lady called Mary Harding.
What's that?
Up the Clavie, born on high, fire under a winter sky. In windy darkness the red sparks fly. Fire ahead, folk behind, early ages spring to mind. Wild voices on a wild wind. Pict and Viking strive once more on the rocks and sand of the Moray shore, speeding their dead as in days of yore. And for all your science and technical skill, we watch with hearts that hungry still, leap with a wild primeval thrill at the leaping flames upon Doory Hill.
Yeah. Do you have a channel?
No.
Okay.
It will be on. It'll be on YouTube.
Okay.
2 seconds.
Sorry.
Here's another wee poem about the Clavie. This one's by Margaret Smith from 1957. Little did those druids know, those eons back in time, that when they lit their holy fire, the configuration would inspire the brochers of today to mime and carry on the glow. Little do those Fairame folk who live outside of Moray. They welcome the Clavie that meets to all who follow through the streets, and don't forget those witches hurry from that uncanny glow. And so I'd like you all to know, in Moray and in elsewhere, we'll keep the Clavie burning bright and send witches flying old year. As long as we have tar to spare, we'll make the Doory glow. Thank you, Margaret, for that one.
Oh, this video.
Well, if you like your fire and you like your customs, this is certainly the place to be. We had a week or so ago the Stonehaven fireballs, and just started today in Shetland in Scalloway, or sorry, yesterday in Scalloway. We had the burning of Viking longships, and in 2 weeks' time the main Viking longship will be burned in Lerwick town on the 27th of January, and I'm glad to say I'll be there.
Quite poignant.
So these guys that are in the Clavie crew, they're actually climbing onto the cairn just now to pull out bits of staves that have been burnt, and they'll hand them out to the crowd, and that will give them good luck for the next 12 months. So what you do is you wait until it's cooled down and wrap it in cling form and then pop it under your bed, and that's it. Or put it in your window and that will stave off all the nasty witches.
I'll send them to you in the car. Oh, this will be a terrible angle for my chin.
We like the bird's eye view.
So one of the highlights of the evening will be when the actual Clavie starts to burn out, and they'll roll it down the hill to where you see the secondary fire. Obviously everybody here's observing health and safety rules to the most. That's why people are laughing around me. So the actual barrel and main staves, we can actually see through them now. So it won't be long before it starts falling down the hill. The audience and the people that have come to see this, some of them for the very first time, everybody's hanging in there. I do hope the wind's not affecting your entertainment. We're on to the mic with its wee cat on it, so hopefully that'll help the wind.
And then I was like, no, it's
Well, the hill itself is well alight now. Truly amazing sight. And can you see why people keep coming back? Up here in the northeast of Scotland, they love their tradition, and goes back hundreds, thousands of years. Burghead itself was a headland that the Picts and people from Iron Age all lived at some point. And just behind where I'm standing is the archaeological dig at the headland, and it was fairly an impressive sight. So now the Clavie King is on top of the plinth, and he's chipping away with a big beautiful hammer, and the next thing that's going to happen is the Clavie is going to topple over. You can see it at a strange angle already. He's obviously got asbestos skin.
hopefully.
Well, it won't be long now and the Clavie will fall over. Of course, if it's not going to come down on its own, it just gets a wee bit of a help as he hands the hammer to another of the Clavie crew to give it a good doing. It's absolutely well jam-packed. That's why it takes quite a wee while to burn out. And you can see all that fluid leaking out of that from the tar that's melted. Once again, one of the Clavie crew takes his life in his hands and climbs up onto the plinth. Yeah. And there you go, finally. The barrel falls down and everybody starts to wish each other a happy new year. And for me, I'd definitely like to wish you all a Happy New Year. For the second time. Back to the Clavie, eh? It's a wee bit too hot. Everybody's up there. Our cookie crew. You won't see them, but you see the fire.